You see, you people from other parts of the world, you don't know these Ugandans. You see them there, you don't know how complicated they are. Some of these people are spoiled by nature. Uganda is so nice. Even if you are a fool, you can survive here. In other parts of the world, if you are a fool, you die. And the matter is resolved. But here, people don't work. They just go and stay with I'm going to see my relatives. See them what? Are they sick or what? He just goes and stays eating free things. Then after 3 months, then he goes to see other people. They're always doing that. So we have been begging them, please, all of you. And then these economists, World Bank and that group, also come and add to the confusion. They talk of what they call subsistence economy. That there is economy where you are only working for the stomach. But if you work only for the stomach, for eating, how about the pocket? How about the pocket? How about your non-food needs? You cannot believe it. You tell these visitors, please, don't hide from them. Tell them the truth. That in 1969, when we had the census, only 4% of the people were in the money economy. Imagine that. Only 4% were in the money economy. The other 96% were in what they call non-monetary GDP. These are things that people outside Africa don't know, especially outside Uganda, because Uganda is where you can live doing nothing, because the nature is so good. Then when we came into government, we started struggling, but the intellectuals don't take it up. The intellectuals who are with us in the universities, for them, they go just in the small area. I'm a lawyer, open an office. They don't get the social economic context. So some of us who took on this battle, we go on fighting. Now, by 2013, you can imagine, 68% of the homesteads were still outside the money economy. 68% of the homesteads are not in the money economy. The ones in the money economy are only 32%. So that's when I had to involve the army. These people are witnesses, the judges here of Uganda. I had to involve the army. To persuade people to get out of poverty. They have land. You ask these Europeans whether any of them has got land at home. You ask them, do you have land at home? They don't have land. The ones who have land are very few. But here, even the most not so useful person has got land. They have land. 3 acres, so many acres, some even 10 acres, 100 acres. So we have been begging them, please, use the land for food security, but also for money making. And that's how I involved the army. Taking free seedlings, coffee, you take them to their homes. You plant coffee, please. We beg you. Now I hear that when that U-boss, the one you are talking about, when they checked recently, they found that 61% of the homesteads are now in the money economy for the first time in human history. 61% of the homeless in Uganda are in the money economy. The ones outside, just sitting, just eating and sleeping, 39% still. So we have now launched that campaign, the recent one, of the parish development model, to get this 39% also in the money economy. Because that is the second route to change the woman. The first route is education, universal free education. Because an educated woman knows what to do. And it's not easy to deceive or to confuse or to misuse. But secondly, business, money, economy. Okay, we still have some tactical issues there. Like it is true that because of the other archaic, the old scheme, we still have problem of inheritance for the girls. The girls are not, according to the tribal, the girls are not supposed to inherit. It is the boys. Of course, me, I don't respect that. Me, my girls, they have their share. And of course, there were reasons also for that. There were reasons, but we don't have time to go into all that. So we can struggle with that. But once the concept of, because even the boy who has inherited is not engaged in money economy. Even the boy you say has inherited land, he's not involved in money economy. So, but once they all wake up and they are engaged in money economy, and then it only remains the problem of the girls accessing land. That is simple because we can use different tactics. We can rent land. We can do this. As we struggle with the culture of the old skin, Now, when I heard that there were judges, women judges from East Africa, and now you say they are from Africa, I thought they were from East Africa. So I'm very lucky to be here with you. Apart from telling you about the old skin and the new wine, maybe I should also conclude by 3 points. When we separated with our colleagues, the lawyers, the boys and girls who are studying with us, we who took the line of freedom fighting took time to study about the socio-economic issues. And we identified 3 issues. Number 1, prosperity. How do societies build prosperity? And it ties, of course, with what we are discussing here. Can you ensure human rights and democratic rights? Because for us, we are very systematic. We distinguish human rights from democratic rights. I don't have time to go into all that, but there are some fundamental human rights, but there are also democratic rights and so on. We have got our own culture of doing things. But the question is, without prosperity, with a pre-industrial, a pre-capitalist economic system, can you ensure prosperity of people and ensure the human rights of the people? Secondly, how can we guarantee strategic security in Africa. And thirdly, how about the fraternity of the African people? How do we use it to achieve prosperity and also strategic security? That's why we go back and say, what do you need as a family to create prosperity in your family? And our answer is, produce a good or a service and you sell it. In other words, learn what the French had learned more than 200 years ago. Because when the French had a revolution in 1779, there was already a class of the middle class, not only in France, but even in other countries of Europe. But France is a good example because it was well captured in that revolution of 1789. So, if you learn the culture of producing a good banana bunch, a soap, whether it is produced by agriculture, whether produced by industry, it is a good. Or a service. Lawyers provide a service of okuwolereza nti n'ekizibu kyange jangu ompoleza omusango. So you are service providers, you people. So therefore, we, the freedom fighters, and our elders, the ones who are following, Mwalimu Nyerere, Mandela, those who are a bit older than us, what we are telling you was that when you produce a good or a service and you sell it, the more you sell, the more prosperous you will become. Produce a good, produce a service, sell it. And the more you sell, the more prosperous you will become.